Okay. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here this morning for our monthly board meeting. And it's exactly 8 after 10. And let's call this meeting to order, please. And let's do a roll call.
Geraldine Tennyson, CLB Secretary.
Ida Bailey, Investigator Supervisor, CLB.
Maria Santos, Administrative Officer.
Matt Cruz, board member.
Rita Bora, board member. Selena Ashland, Vice Chair.
GPLD, CLB Director. Bernard Beneventi, Chairman.
Marcus Filonius, CLB Investigator.
Andrew Mesa, CLB investigator. Aaron Aragon, CLB investigator.
Anybody else?
No,
Thank you.
let's go. None.
Okay, for item 3, the affirmation of public notice. We have it here, the first agenda, and then there was an amendment on the first agenda, so we have a second agenda that's filed or that was published on the paper. So we have that as evidence. Thank you. Review of minutes for board meeting held on March 19th. Can you review the board minutes and please share your thoughts?
Make a motion to approve the board minutes.
Second.
All in favor? Let's move to public comments. Do we have public here?
No, sir.
Okay, very well. Let's move down to section reports. Administrative Division, C. Santos, Manuelita Santos. Ma'am, please,
Thank you. Good morning, everybody.
good morning.
Here's a report for effective date April 11th. We have come to the status of our contractors information expiring June 30. Active contractors, we have 985. Inactive contractors, 27. Master electrician, 36. Equals to 1,048. We have received 3 new licenses from the last meeting, on March 19. Corporation 2, LLC 1 equals to 3. And the year to date, from the beginning of March 15, our commencement of our renewal period for 2026, we have received 50 to date to April 11th. And then our COB revenues collected is $150,010. And our just announce our budget appropriation is $879,884. Thank you. Anybody have questions?
Are we able to tap onto the budget?
Yes, the budget is available. It's our I think what was questioned was the ones that are revenue incoming. We're not able to touch it until we meet the 879,000 first. Then we can touch our money afterwards. We'll be having a meeting, I believe, tomorrow morning with BBMR, just to clarify what's going on. But between what the states in the law, the GCA, and with the public law, somehow the public law kind of like supersedes.
So we have to hit this max?
Yes,
Before we can touch the revenues?
And where are we now?
150,000.
No, how much have we spent out of the 874?
How much we spent? I don't know that right Right now?
No,
Okay,
just send it to us.
okay,
Just email or have,
to date,
yeah, to date, so then, when you guys have your meeting tomorrow, it's kinda like they're gonna ask you those.
yes,
Okay.
we have a
What have
printout
you
of the,
Yeah, what have you spent and what category? We send people a training.
So if we don't
Get
touch,
ours.
so if we don't touch the revenues, what happens to them?
That's what we're trying to get at the meeting tomorrow.
it helps
Find out.
other agencies,
We gotta get all that cleared out tomorrow.
yes.
Want help?
We need help, but all the help we can get.
I know,
You're meeting with,
Even
analysts and I believe the
an
supervisor.
analyst, not the director?
not the director, because, well, we've been, setting up this meeting for, and it's on my part, but, we'll talk about it now. Basically, they were gonna do a Zoom, but we requested to actually do a face-to-face, so tomorrow actually coincidentally is the earliest that they could do a face-to-face, so we actually wanna do a face-to-face and, hopefully, it's gonna be down there, so hopefully we can also speak to the director, because I spoke to the director on the side. He actually said to talk to one of us so that he can actually bring out our thing so he can give us a good explanation. So I did talk to the BVR director on the side.
Who's your analyst?
Gianni Topus, she's new.
So we'd have to expend the whole thing, we can't just have a budget which is earmarked for everything?
Well, I know when we were in a negative, 2 years ago, they did touch the CLB revenues to pull us to the salary.
Right.
So in that kind of case, it was easy, but.
I don't wanna say too much until after the
Yeah.
meeting
Yeah, but
tomorrow.
no, but just
Yeah.
just wondering, you know, is it, once we have to spend it all before we do it, or can we say, you know, early on, all of it's already accounted for, we have the expenditures assigned?
I know
Earmarked,
you're going, like
so-
if it's already
so-
earmarked for something, it
Yeah,
should
then-
be, will be spent.
Yeah, so then it'll give
Yeah.
us access to whatever is
Yeah.
there, instead of just waiting for it to be spent.
Yeah.
Because that's as good as spent if we already have it assigned to a
Yeah.
specific.
Yeah. There are other
program or
things in this,
expenditure.
there's other things in this office that we really are short of
Right,
funds,
that-
and
no,
that's
that's
why
what-
we're asking. So just, it's not even on our agenda, so I didn't wanna, by October 2025, more than half of our computers are not gonna be
Yeah,
compatible with.
so,
So we are, that's kinda like our top priority,
yeah,
to find the funds and request for the new
Right,
computers
so-
now.
Because you can't get it in 30 days.
yeah.
There's just no such thing, it may take you 6 months to even buy that time.
Right.
Exactly, so we're kinda leaning forward, and that's our priorities to get our computers replaced.
So the next meeting, you'll have update for us on which.
Yeah, we're, I checked with DPW, Marlene, and she mentioned that there is a bid out for computers, and we could write on that bid, so that's the easiest that we can get our computers the fastest possible.
And Mr.
We're
Buell,
hopeful that's gonna happen.
on what you're saying also, I spoke to the leads here, and I said, you know, I'll take the hit, let's jump on that computer request. If we come up short of funds, then we'll go to BBMR and request for funds, because we just can't do without the computers.
Yeah, that's essential for operation, so.
So that's, you know, so that's where we're at. So more to come, our meetings.
Maybe have some.
Okay, I hope we get updates soon.
Yes,
Okay, thank you. Any more? Anything else?
that's it.
Sir, I just got a message from, board member, Michelle Santos. She apologizes that she will not be able to attend today.
Very well. Okay, item number 2, investigation division, Nita Beatty,
Thank you and good morning.
good morning.
Our investigation report as of April 16, 2025, we have 5 open cases, no citation. The amount of fines to date is 5,000 and building permit 63. Open cases, number 1, case number 2021-0904, GMI versus Menzies. It's a status quo, still no schedule for hearing. Yes. The latest we got from legal counsel, we asked for a copy of those follow-ups, so we gave it to him, but that's just it.
Another follow-up.
After that, maybe another follow-up, but we gave him everything that he asked for, all the follow-ups we made.
We'll continue to make follow-ups as of this case, even after our last board meeting, and still to this day, no response.
Yeah,
Are we
even,
copying his boss?
yeah,
Yes,
we even sent a letter to, AG.
yes. So, not to mention it keeps bouncing from person to person, but, even the AG's involved, as far as the, so, just no response.
That's not too good, you know.
Yeah, but I think it's the person who's suing, they're the ones that will have to be the ones. I mean,
Push.
all we can do is follow up, but they're the ones that are, if they wanna resolve, they're the ones who have to take the lead, so there really isn't anything, you just update us, that's it, so.
And nobody contacted them?
You know, this particular case, we're hearing different things from the airport, that it's done. So we haven't gotten an official, you know, I spoke to the director of up there at the airport, and according to him, it's done. But, you know, I can't go off of his word, so we're trying to get official, at least a letter from the AG's office that this has been resolved.
That's all you can do, no.
Yeah. We need to put closure to this case.
Exactly, and that's, 300,000 fine.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so number 2, case number 2024-0904, CLB versus Harmony Construction. It's almost the same issue also, citation is an appeal, and it's with legal counsel still.
What
No,
recourse do they have? They either have a certificate or not.
just making follow-up.
Okay.
Number 3, case number 2025-0102, Closec versus Legal Corporation. So this one has already approved plan, and the DPW is monitoring the corrective measures. It's ongoing right now. They're doing the corrective measures according to the approved plan. So hopefully it will be completed soon. Corrective measures that they're, the revision. Okay, so number 4, case number 2025-0103, DHChem versus DBI. This is the unfinished, and we're still awaiting for
Response from
response from the contractor.
Did we go
DBI.
visit that house? Did we visit that house?
So, the first time we were waiting for response because the contractor said that they were sitting with engineers to gather more evidence for him. And then, somehow he got a heart issue in the meeting in that period as well, so that was what was delaying his response. But I have a meeting with him Friday to get the response
With the contractor?
from the contractor, from DBI.
Okay,
I'll get a better answer next.
thank you.
So number 5, case number 2025-0202, Irene Dicture versus G2A Construction. This is the unfinished electrical. So a site investigation has been done, and we see a lot of things there, the unfinished work. So we created a punch list, and it's going to be given to both parties tomorrow. And we will monitor it. So depending on the response from the homeowner, but those punch lists were done with the presence of the homeowner. So we took pictures and everything. So we will just be monitoring what happened.
We took the picture?
Yes, we
Yes.
took the pictures. You have it,
I did,
Marcus?
yes.
Yes, we have everything.
Okay.
We, you know, we found a lot of not so good workmanship, but it will be corrected if there will be an agreement between the homeowner and the contractor.
Okay. Thank you.
So that's all for our report.
Okay, now we got the director's report. Okay, Mr. Alvin, you're on.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
First one, update regarding disposition on our fees. We have a meeting, like we spoke earlier. Tomorrow will be BMR, more to come on that. We basically for our meeting tomorrow, we're gonna have our information of where we're at as far as our expenditures and get, good clarity on, how this law is, interpreted and how CLB can, work with, BVMR so that CLB benefits. So that we get a real clear picture of how, we can do things for CLB so that we can benefit from the law. And more to come, so, hopefully our meeting is gonna be, positive for us. Number two, unfortunately, we have yet to receive response according to, earlier, spoke about Jeremiah Menzies. Like I said, I reached out to the director for, airport. He told me this particular case is closed, but for our files and for the board to understand where this case is, we need, the actual response for the AG's office, so, we are not getting that. We continue to send, emails, we actually, wrote a letter to the Attorney General, but no response from the AG's office.
Were we going to receive any fines, revenue from the fines regarding this?
GMI, yes, this particular case, we're supposed to be,
300 plus
Then,
thousand.
if it was resolved, then we need to find out what happened to the
Yes.
300 thousand.
right,
Chief,
Right.
you said it's resolved, we don't know it's resolved. We want- That's why the
Yeah,
agent's office.
It's resolved when we received a check for 300,000.
Maybe they took it. Okay, we're gonna check that. Just a second.
Yeah.
okay. Yes, more to come on that, we'll continue to push on that. Number three, in response to March 14th email sent to, Guam Building Code Council member, Mr. Brett Wise responded to the Guam Building Code Council is setting up a meeting this month to start the process of reviewing the newer version of the ICC codes. They think that the process would take close to a year. We'll inform the board of, what evolved from that. To my understanding, they haven't met for a long time. And through, again, some talks, it's unclear they really have a board. So, more to come on this. But at least we got a response from Mr. Wise. Number four, thank you, Ms. Michelle Santos, for providing the information for GSA. We called up after the meeting. We have a scheduled visit to, we saw the vehicles, trucks that they had at the GSA. We communicated on how we can obtain one for a small amount of funds. So we will be visiting them soon. They're supposed to contact us today, actually. They gave us, coincidentally, the same day of our meeting, but they're supposed to contact us at least and let us know when we can go down and visit the site. My understanding is they do have some vehicles available, so
They're new or used?
they're used.
Just as long as they're running safe.
They're,
I think they're like
they're,
the federal, like their
Yeah.
dermot or,
yeah, they're,
so then they're issued, I think Guam gets first rights and then they go to auction.
right.
How many vehicles are we short or?
Well,
What do
we
we
have a, so we have the brand new Mitsubishi, and then we have a truck that, through the help of Public Works, has kept it running. But that's
It's an old truck.
very old truck, and it's very, I mean, it's going down a lot, but, through the help of the mechanics of Public Works, we're able to just keep it running. So, the Public Works mechanics have been very generous to us. That's all I can say.
So you need what? You're looking at 2, 3 vehicles?
At least 2 trucks. If we're able to get 2 trucks for the fraction of the cost and taking care of them, that should satisfy our vehicle issues. The truck is very temperamental. I mean, you could go to somewhere and just you're crossing your fingers that the ignition will turn on.
I just passed by, there's a huge inventory.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look
So-
good too.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
are they
In
doing
good
with
shape.
them?
So,
What are they doing?
They auction them out? eventually.
So usually.
Oh, no,
But there's a
oh,
priority
not-
list of who it
not,
goes to.
Not Guam.
Ask for
Okay.
4.
They're,
Yeah.
they're
One for
usually
parts
like
or
very
two
much
for
petrol
parts.
vehicles.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're usually in good condition.
Where are they at?
The
GSA.
right across from the
GSA.
P-
Yeah.
the
GSA,
across from
it's
the-
out there.
I saw it right by the road.
Yeah, they're all like
Can we make
that,
a bid on it?
Dodges, yeah.
Eventually they'll be open
Yeah.
for bidding.
Yeah.
Never.
There's a process for government of Guam
Yeah.
to get vehicles there.
Yeah.
And I
We're
think
gonna do that
I think number one, I believe, is mayor's first. And then I think public safety, GPD, fire, and then it works on down. But you gotta put your request in
Yes.
ASAP.
Yeah.
Go down there and talk to them. Yeah.
Yes, we will, we'll call them up again today.
I don't know, but if we get the 300,000 for Menzies, I think we can get it.
And don't take no for an answer.
Yes, food trucks, yeah.
That's my report, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Irvin. Okay, let's move down to old business. Do we have old business? None?
Hold on.
Go ahead.
What are we doing with this?
Oh, that's
proposed-
coming up.
Oh, it's on, where was it?
I'm the new
New
business.
Oh,
business
it's
on
in
the
that,
back.
sorry. This is the-
Okay, so we'll move to, new business, board review of proposed update, to the C18, C5 examinations. Proposed action to approve and implement the proposed update to the CLB, C18, and C5 exams. Can we, comment on this? Item 1? You want us to review the examinations?
The study guide and the examination.
If there's any questions, Jared, you wanna talk for a second? I don't know if there's any questions.
Is it here?
John,
Yes.
we're
It's in
can
your
we
folder.
go,
Oh, your folder.
That's right, the
I'm sorry?
exam.
we're gonna discuss confidential information
we
from
just-
for the exams.
Intermission?
Intermission, yes, yes, sir.
Fencing.
Good.
And then if you can, I mean,
Just drop
Then
it.
for
we can
me,
cover it.
we shouldn't have, we don't have to wait till the next meeting, because that's a whole nother month, right?
Okay.
And that's if we're lucky, that we don't have a delay. So if there's a place that you're at, call up the office, we'll have somebody come down and pick it up. You know, if you wanna take a WhatsApp and send it in, that's another way, but we'll come to you and get your markups and take that into account.
Or can we disseminate it in a soft copy?
Yeah, like
electronic copy?
electronically.
So you want these, but we can take these.
Yes.
Just leave the exams. because
Yes.
You can take the study guide.
Do you want the study guide sent by email?
Yeah, and then we can just mark it.
Yeah.
No, I like my phone. I don't have time to do all of that. My phone isn't up.
Okay. We do appreciate.
Can we move to item number 2? This is to update the master electrician renewal process. Can someone elaborate on that?
I will.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, let me go down to the proposed practice for the board approval. Renewal of the master electrician certificate must be completed biannually. If the certificate holder fails to renew within 2 consecutive renewal cycles, 4 years, the certificate will no longer be considered valid. In such cases, the applicant will be required to submit a new application and meet all current eligibility requirements, including passing an oral and written examination to obtain a new certificate. Basically, it is for a master electrician certificate, we do not have anything in our rules and regulations to say that it expires. That's something we need to fix. My proposal with Ms. Nita and the team was that we get it approved at least by the board to say that it's not an indefinite certificate. If you have 2 consecutive renewal cycles gone by, 4 years, and you haven't renewed your certificate, then you're considered expired and must retest, meet all the requirements and test again. This is a proposal to the board. I say 4 years because for our rules and regulations for the licenses, it's 2 years. It's 2 years, and then the 3rd year, it's approved by the director, given by the board's approval. So this is consistent, if you will, with the licenses that we issue. This is just a proposal. We had an individual come in, expired, for 8 years, I think, if I'm not mistaken. His understanding was it was a lifetime certificate, that he was never gonna expire. And that's why we addressed this immediately and brought it to the board, and that was the adjustment that we had to announce on media. So my proposal, because we're not able to change it with the rules and reg because of the long haul that we have to do just to change something on the rules and reg, was to bring it to the board to get approval so that we have something in our record that shows that a master electrician that hasn't renewed 2 cycles, 4 years, will have to retest.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is just a proposal.
No, it's because, you know, if they haven't renewed in 4 years, they're probably not practicing and
Yeah.
they're not keeping abreast of current,
Yeah.
uh,
That was my thing, was that because the currency things change, but not a lot change, but there may be some changes in 4 years. But if 4 years is too soon and you say 6 years, that's up to the board. That's up to the board. This is just something to bring to the board.
We have 36 master electricians on this island.
I mean, they're practicing.
How do we do before?
There's more, there's
Well, because of the term, the every 2 years, so right now the current is 2023 to 2025, and then we have 2024 to 2026, so it's a two-year term. Although the certificate states an expiration date,
They
there's
just can
nothing.
come in, they
there's
can just
nothing.
come in and renew.
Yeah, they think there's no expiration, but although the certificate says you are expired 2025, but there's nothing stating that he's gonna take a test again or anything else to further
Yeah,
after 2006.
So every 2 years, you're going to require them for the fee, the test.
Yeah,
To
there's
renew.
no,
Not the test.
and there's
Not
no
the test.
penalty
Not
fee,
the
there's
test.
no like a 10% fee.
If they do it for
Yeah.
two consecutive renewals, which would be 4 years, they don't do it. This proposal says you have to retest. Mind you, this is the hardest exam. Just so that you, when you're making up your,
230
it is the
questions.
hardest exam.
Yeah, it should be.
And
Whole day.
it is the hardest exam. I have to re-emphasize that.
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I think it's a
4
great
years.
idea because
Yeah.
it's,
4 years, is
they-
4
they need to
years,
be up to
is
date.
that far for the course? I mean,
Yeah.
is that kinda like?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah.
two cycles out of the game.
But this is the law right now, 121302, right? This is the actual law in the bold.
Under the rules and regulations.
Yes.
Of rules and regs or
Rules and regs. On here, section.
and this is the proposal to change this.
Like to add to it, because under this, power of the board to issue master electrician certificate, there's nothing that states if what's gonna happen if they haven't renewed their license after 6 years, for example.
Lifetime,
So
if you
this
just
is-
come back.
They thought it's a
this
lifetime.
is going to be
If
an
you just come
add-on.
back
to
Yeah.
this. Okay.
So we just wanted to add like, how we go about expired licenses, like after how many cycles before they could
Need a
retest.
recertification.
Yeah,
So it's an amendment to the law, to this,
to
whatever,
the, like,
our CLP
The
law.
rules.
to
Yeah.
the rules, yeah.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
So 2 years, 2 cycles, and the third, then they're going to
2 cycles
retest.
is 4 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4 years, that's it.
So,
So we encounter a lot of that where they think it's lifetime?
But we, you know, we need to also, along with that,
Change it to the rules and regs.
and then do notification of those that are going to come to expiration of that, so that they know that everybody has been made aware. So they come back and they go, oh, we were not notified that
The one that is
the change, of
expiring.
the change.
Yeah, the one that's expiring.
We just relocated that to Guam, so
Yeah.
that's why he was
Okay, so you need to you need to send that out to these people.
Unless he's certified somewhere else and is reciprocity.
Well, isn't that what it is? If you're certified in California and you move back to Guam, can you use that to certify?
we don't have reciprocity.
We don't?
Only Saipan is accepting our master electrician. They are accepting
So
our
you're a master
the
electrician in
certificate.
California and you come here, you won't accept it.
Which should be something to look at, just
Mhm.
to.
Yeah, look at
you
that.
know,
And maybe to attract.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I consider that if you're coming from the mainland,
Mhm.
it's a comity license when you come
Yeah,
here.
because they have more requirements and.
Yeah.
Increase the amount of people that
That's a whole
make
nother,
up.
Come here.
that's a whole nother, animal that.
If we
Wait a
accept
minute, all these
theirs,
companies
they
are
have
coming
to
from the
accept
military.
ours also, but
They
how
bring
can
their
they
own
accept, because it's
electrician.
reciprocal,
How
They
are
don't
they?
need,
but how can they
They don't
accept
need
ours if
our
we're only
certification?
it's all
2008?
military, it's all military and the
Yeah.
military contract.
That's
Everything has, all the rules and everything
We
has
don't
to.
get any money out of
I
it.
know, exactly, that's one of the reasons why,
Sorry, Mark.
yeah, no, it's okay.
So,
It's one of the things.
No, I
we-
meant my word.
I'll move to approve this proposed practice to be implemented.
Do you have
I'll
the,
second.
you wanna will sign
You should have it in yours,
right here?
yes, and then we can pass it around.
Do I hear a
No.
motion on the board, on the
So
floor?
I made a motion to implement this proposed practice.
But we need to see the actual amended version before we actually go through it.
You just added this. You just added this.
If it is adopted exactly the way it would be that.
What do you want us to do? Sign it?
There's a letter that, right here, the board members, if you wanna pass it around, basically it's the same document that says that.
We approved it?
And you
Well,
can-
we have to have a general eyes.
Yeah.
She proposed, he seconded?
Call for the vote?
Go for vote.
Okay.
General.
Vote in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Unanimous.
Lily, you opposed?
who seconded?
I did.
Thank you.
Mark, I signed that form and I put the 18.
I just wanted to see the final version.
Or just make sure you sign by every recipient.
I always like to see the final version.
That is the final
So,
version. You
no,
just
that
edit
yeah,
it.
was
all
the
in there.
law, and then it's just it's actually, it's not a change in the regulation, it's
Right,
just
it's
how
just an
we're going
addition.
to, how we are going
Interpret.
to, implement that. For practice.
I have to see it. I honestly have to see it in writing, the final version.
Okay.
Anything else?
Next board meeting?
Move to adjourn.
Okay, I guess no questions for now, nothing? Okay. Okay, the next announcement is, scheduled regular board meeting for May 21st, 2025 at 10 a.m. And, no questions so far? All in favor to adjourn this meeting?
Aye.
Well, can I get a first and second, please?
Have to move.
Okay, this meeting is adjourned.
So I have to get a first and second.
Make a motion to.
Motion?
Did. Motion.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, ayes, got it.
At 11:13.
So you're gonna give us the, whatever you wanted,
Yes,
the-
11:13. Thank you,
Well, take a
John.
look at this and then they'll see, not that I'm an expert,